What's up everybody, WayoftheBey here, and today we have the new B-188 customized set featuring tons of amazing different parts and of course the new Astral Spriggan. So this is a customized set, so it comes with one main Beyblade, that is the new Astral Spriggan, and a bunch of other parts that you can make pretty cool combos out of. So checking out the box, you can see the DV system right there, some combos you can do with the parts that come in this set. The back shows you all the stats, the name of the parts and everything right there. And then the top of the box pretty much shows you Astral Spriggan's special modes, and it also shows you the blader that uses it, and that is Shoe Kernai right there. So the Astral Spriggan customized set is what we're going to take a look at in today's video. Alright, so without further ado, let's get this opened. We of course have our amazing dragon knife, which we're going to be using to cut Astral Spriggan out of the box. And while we do that, do make sure to leave a like on the video if you're enjoying it so far, to subscribe if you haven't yet, and to ring that notification bell. That way you can be alerted when the next video comes out. But let's see what we get inside. So Astral Spriggan is the latest of Beyblades. I'm very excited to see what all comes in here and how Astral Spriggan does. So taking everything out of the box, you can see everything is neatly packaged right there. We have some attachments, stickers, a customized guide, and the instructions. So let's get everything out and look at what we've got. Alright, so here's everything out of its packaging. We get the instructions, customized guide, a tool for Astral Spriggan, 2 layers, 3 discs, and 4 drivers, as well as a special attachment for Dynamite Belial. But before we take a look at the parts, let's take a look at the customized guide right here. So this is the customized guide for Astral Spriggan. This pretty much shows you some combos you can do with the latest of parts, as well as an advertisement for the new Guilty Longinus and L gear. So there it is right there. And now let's take a look at the parts that come in this customized set. Alright, so the first thing we take a look at is the new Astral Spriggan. So we have the layer, disc, and the driver. And first, let's take a look at the layer. So the Astral Spriggan layer is a dual spin balance type Beyblade. We have the Astral Blade, the Spriggan chip, and the Zero armor right there. So the Astral Beyblade is dual spin, which means it can go in both left and right spin. The Astral Blade is dual spin, so it takes both left and right chips, and the Spriggan chip is dual spin, so it goes on both right and left blades. And Astral Spriggan in left mode resembles Spriggan Requiem a lot, while in right mode it resembles Legend Spriggan. So that's a pretty cool, nice design for these Beyblades. And to change Astral's spin direction, all you have to do is flip the layer. So all you have to do is flip it. We have left spin mode and then right spin mode. And in left spin mode, it has rubber on the blade, while in right spin mode, it has metal for attack power. And the Spriggan chip, the teeth look pretty decent right there, some pretty good teeth. And to change its spin direction as well, all you have to do is grab the special attachment that comes with this set and to put it on the Spriggan chip and just twist it to change its spin direction. And that is how you change it to left and right spin mode. And also, as you know, Dynamite Battle Beyblades have a high and a low mode. Astral Spriggan looks pretty good in high and low mode as well. In high mode, it is compatible with all discs, while in low mode, it is DB disc compatible only. And it does look pretty good. The Zero armor is pretty nice with all these pieces. And as most of y'all know, armor pieces so far don't drastically change how the Beyblade does. It adds some extra weight, maybe makes it lighter, but armor pieces don't really do a lot. But the Zero armor still looks really nice, and it is a nice callback to the Zero disc that came with Spriggan Requiem. But that is the Astral Spriggan layer. Now let's move on to the disc. And next up is the disc, and the disc is over. This is a really circular disc, and honestly, this might be a really competitive disc. It is a Dynamite Battle disc, so it is compatible with Dynamite Beyblades in low mode. But just looking at it, it is super circular, super smooth, and this will be a very good disc. And it is pretty heavy. Honestly, this might be one of the next best competitive discs, right next to Wheel or even Giga. So comparing it, it is pretty similar in shape, but this is just more round and would be great with LAD. So this is a great looking disc, and I can't wait to see how it is in the stadium and with just other combos. But that is the over disc. Now let's move on to the best part, the driver. So the driver is Quatro. This is a super cool driver because it's pretty much like the better version of the Zeta driver. So Quatro has 4 modes. To change into those modes, there are 2 tabs on the side. You just pull those 2 tabs out, and then bam, you can spin and change the driver's tip. The driver has 4 different modes in attack, balance, stamina, and defense mode, all based off of different drivers from the past. we have balance mode right here, which resembles the Unite driver. This is the balance type tip. Next, we have the defense tip, which resembles yard metal. It has a spinning ball in the center, which is metal, which adds some weight. Next up, we have the attack tip, which is pretty much like quick dash or extreme, and it is a rubber tip right there for attack power. And then we have the stamina tip, which is pretty much like survive but metal and other drivers that are stamina like. So 4 different modes, and honestly, they're based off of some of the best drivers for each type. And I'm honestly really excited to see how this does. So that is Astral Spriggan. Let's actually put the layer all together now. We have, Astral Spriggan right here. So we have the layer, the disc. Now let's put the driver into it and see what its teeth are like. So putting it right there. All right, so clicking it, it has, let's see, about 3 or 4 clicks. And honestly, those clicks aren't that strong, so with a really powerful hit, this will burst. But if you can get it in dual spin, it might do a little bit better. But that is the Astral Spriggan layer. And let's actually compare it with World Spriggan, the one that came before it. So we have World Spriggan right here and Astral Spriggan. So World Spriggan is actually in right spin, while Astral Spriggan is in left spin. And they look pretty similar, but swapping their spin directions, they look similar again. So Astral Spriggan and World Spriggan look very nice. So that is Astral Spriggan. Now let's move on to the other parts in this set. And it's now taking a look at the other parts in the set. First up, we have the other layer that comes in it. We have Cyclone Belial. So this is a very nice recolor of the Cyclone Blade and the Belial chip. And it also comes with a 2 armor that is painted blue and has some pink stickers on it. This recolor looks really nice. Belial is a great chip and Cyclone a great blade. So this is a pretty cool layer, and it is going to be pretty cool to combine other pieces to make a nice combo with it. But that is the layer. And for the other discs that come in the set, we have Nexus and the Blitz disc. And the Blitz disc is a nice gold and blue Blitz that matches the Cyclone Belial a lot. And the Blitz is a pretty good disc from GT, and this golden recolor looks very nice. We also have the Nexus disc that is to go with that special attachment you see right here that comes with the Spriggan. The Nexus disc is a DB disc, so it is compatible with Dynamite Battle Beyblades in low mode. And this is the S gear. This is an attachment that goes with Dynamite Belial to make it perfect Belial. This is the S gear, and it goes on the Nexus disc. All you have to do is pop it on the Nexus disc, and there is 2 modes. So if you put it in to where the blades are locked into place, it'll be a stiffened blade, adding some extra plastic, kind of like a frame to a disc. But if you put it into free spin, it'll be similar to the Hurricane disc. And it's very similar to the 2B chassis that came with World Spriggan. So that is the S gear and the Nexus disc. And thankfully they do give you a Nexus disc to actually use the S gear instead of just giving you it and you having to get Dynamite Belial. So this is a nice attachment, and we're one step closer to perfect Belial. And then last but not least, we have the drivers. So 3 new drivers. First up, we have Wave Dash. So this is pretty much the Wave driver in a nice whitish transparent look. It is a dash driver, so that means the spring inside of it is a lot tighter than a normal driver, making the clicks a lot stronger. Next, we have Metal Survive. This is the Survive driver, a stamina type driver, except that the spring is not just the dash, but it is metal. So it's pretty much like a dash driver, but the upgraded version of a dash driver, which means it is even tighter and pretty much makes your Beyblade unburstable because of how strong the spring is and the extra weight that's added. But one thing that is to be noted is that these metal drivers are pretty powerful and can break the teeth of your Beyblade's layers. So caution when putting this on your combos. There are tons of videos out there talking about how these have broken Beyblade teeth, so just caution with that when using them. But that is a Survive driver right there in a metal form. And we also have the exact same thing, but it is Extreme. Extreme is a really good attack type driver, and here it is in a metal form, which honestly is just really overpowered. An unburstable attack type Beyblade with a metal driver is just insane. But one thing to note is my Extreme is actually broken. Right here, yep, right there, you can see the metal right there did not form correctly when in the mold, I guess, and just didn't form correctly, and the metal is even a little dirty compared to the other metal driver I have right here. So this Extreme's kind of broken. I'm not sure if it'll go well because of how broken that tab is. That's kind of worrying for me, but oh well. I'm probably not even going to use these metal drivers that often anyways, but just so y'all know, it's broken right there. But those are the drivers right here. And that's about it for all these new parts. The layers, the discs, and the drivers all are amazing competitive parts. And this is a pretty cool customized set, just all the stuff we get in it, and it's pretty cool. And Astral Spriggan is going to be a pretty good Beyblade. So now let's actually go to the DB Stadium and do some test launching. Alright, so here we are at the Dynamite Battle Stadium, and we're only going to be doing test launching for today's video. We're going to be test launching Astral Spriggan in both left and right spin and on those different modes on the Quatro driver. So that's what we're going to be doing in today's video for these test launching. First in left spin and then in right spin. So enjoy. Alright, so that is it for our Astral Spriggan unboxing. This customized set was pretty amazing. It came with a lot of pretty good competitive parts, and Astral Spriggan is a really cool Beyblade. And all the other parts that came in the set, from Cyclone Belial all the way to even Wave Dash, those are all pretty decent parts, and they're going to be pretty good for different combos. But that is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching WayoftheBey.